Structural Engineering and Construction CE Review Week 5. Okay, so good day everyone. In this week, we'll be discussing the application of the Mohr circle on some structural engineering problems that may come out on our board exam. Okay, and also additional topic here is the shear and moment. Okay, to begin with this problem, a wood is glued at an angle theta as shown is compressed by a 50 kilonewton force, and the angle of theta is 30 degrees as you can see in this figure. Okay, so the questions, the normal stress and the shearing stress on this plane, and the value of theta to induce a maximum shear stress. Okay, so as you can see, maximum shear stress, it sounds like maxima minima, no? But hindi natin gagawin yon. Ipapakita natin to through Mohr circle. Okay, so actually we can just solve this using the simple stress, no? Force over area. But mamaya ipapakita natin to solve this using the Mohr circle. Okay, so calculating this using our manual solution. Okay, i-cut natin yan sa plane. Now, the normal stress here at this plane, dapat yung force natin na i-consider is yung normal force sa kanya. So, we will explode this one or gagawin natin siyang components. Okay? So, of course, this angle theta is, this plane is making angle theta with the horizontal. So, ito yung angle theta natin. Then, of course, this is 50 cosine of theta, and that one is 50 sine of theta. Okay? So, the normal force or the normal stress here is equals to the normal force 50 over this area. Okay? So, that area, in order for us to calculate that, that is just 50 multiplied by this length, no? Hindi siya 70. Dapat yung slant length natin. Okay, so that is just 70 over sine of theta, yung slant length na yan. Okay, by trigonometry using this triangle here. Okay, so diretso na tayo. That is just 50,000, gawin natin siyang newtons, sine of theta, divided by the area. So, itong length na to, that is 70 over sine of 30, multiplied natin by 50. And ito yung normal stress natin in that plane. Okay? The shearing stress naman on that plane, yung shearing force yung i-consider natin. So, the shearing force here is 50 cosine of theta. Okay? The same area. Ito pa rin. So, copy lang ito. So, 70 over sine of 30 multiplied by 50. Then, we have the value of shear stress. The average shear stress. Okay? Now, I will show you another attack, no, using the Mohr circle. Pinakita ko to para ma-differentiate natin yung answer mamaya, no, para makita nyo talaga na anong kagamitan natin sa Mohr circle. Okay, so ibalik natin siya sa original figure. So sa Mohr circle, since this is an application, we will consider a differential element dito or a small element lang. But to begin with this one, yung Mohr circle pala natin will be plotted like a kumbaga Cartesian plane, no? Okay, mamaya makikita natin. So first, we should assume x, y, and z axis, no? Sabihin natin ito yung x axis natin, y axis, and z axis. Na kukuha tayo ng isang strip element dyan. And that is, since 3D ito, 3D element siya. Na mamaya makikita natin na ma-simplify man natin to into 2D in plane stress element. Okay. So, ilabas ko siya. That one. Okay. So, these are the axes. Okay. Now, this is the stress. We will plot, no? The stress on this element, or in this phase rather, is yung stress natin along x axis. Okay, so what would be the stress on that? That is 50 over this area lang. Okay, so let me just call this one as sigma x na lang muna. Then, dito, sigma y. Tawagin natin siyang sigma y. Stress along y. Then, in this plane, or in this axis, sigma z. Okay. So, itong stresses na ito, sa cube element natin, is ipa-plot natin siya sa Mohr circle. Okay? So, to do that, ito yung axis ng Mohr circle. But sa Mohr circle, hindi na siya x and y axis. Okay? Understand this one? The normal stress na dito yung abscissa natin. Now, this vertical axis or the ordinate, that will be called as shear axis. Na? Positive shear is plotted downward pala in Mohr circle. Okay? Plotted downward. Actually, hindi naman talaga magmamatter yung sign ng ating shear, no? But for what do we call this? Uniformity ng solution. Ito kasi yung parang ginawa na lang nila, no? Positive yung downward and upward yung negative. Basta Mohr circle. Okay, so to plot that one, iisa-isahin natin. Now, ano yung stress dito sa x? Along x. So, yung stress in this plane, okay, tingnan nyo, this plane, okay? That plane will have a stress of compressive stress, no? 50 kilonewtons, this one, over this area. So, negative 50,000 divided by that area, and we have negative 14.29 megapascal. So, consistent tayo sa unit dito kasi ipa-plot natin siya dito. And magmamatter yung unit natin. No? I mean, yung sign. Now, the shear stress naman, pag merong normal stress dito sa element, then we should account the shear stress always. No? Kasi magkasama sila dito sa ating Mohr circle. Now, the shear stress dito, of course, walang magpapa-shear dito. No? In this plane, in this vertical plane. So, wala. Automatic, the shear at that plane, the tau yz, tawagin ko siyang tau yz. Nasa yz plane kasi siya. Equals to 0. Okay. Now, the stress along y, so as you can see here on the original figure, walang force na involved along y-axis. Okay? That means, 0 siya. And of course, our shear here, automatic 0 din sa plane na ito. Okay? Kinonsider natin itong small element lang to ha. Napaka-small element yan. Or differential element. Now, along z, that sigma z, that is also equals to 0. Walang force along this z-axis. Okay? And of course, the shear on this plane is 0 pa rin. Okay. Now, we will plot this all here dito sa Mohr circle natin. Okay, unahin natin itong sigma x and sigma y. Parang naging coordinates na natin siya, no? Sigma represents the abscissa and tau represents the ordinate. So, in this case kasi, makikita natin na walang stresses to this plane sa XZ plane. Walang stress dyan. So, pwede kasi natin itong i-simplify into 2D element. Titingnan natin dito. Okay? I know, malilito kayo dito at first, but pag i-practice nyo ito, makukuha nyo rin ito. Okay? So, we will just simplify this. Titingin lang tayo sa plane dito. Parang, we're looking this into in plane stress element. But to show you this, actually, ipa-plot natin lahat yan. Okay, unahin natin ito. Sigma x and tau yz. Okay, so sigma x here, i-plot natin negative 14.29. So, andito yan sa likod, no? Negative sigma. Then, our tau or our ordinate here is 0. So, nasa x-axis lang siya. Ito yung kumbaga, point natin, no? Or coordinates. Now, this one naman, sigma y and tau xz, 0, 0. So, andito lang siya. Ayan lang. Okay? And of course, ito rin, andyan lang din siya. The same point sila sa sigma y. Yan. Kaya, we can consider this one into a in-plane stress element lang. Okay, kasi actually loaded lang siya. Isang phase lang yung may load. Now, yung Mohr circle natin, these 2 points, i-project natin yan. Yan yung magiging diameter ng Mohr circle natin. Okay. Okay. That 2 points are the diameter, no? Connecting the 2 points, yan yung diameter ng ating Mohr circle. That one. Now, okay, so parang medyo mahaba, no? Mahaba siya pag i-discuss, but if kayo na lang yung mag-solve, mas madali na to pag alam nyo na. Okay, so this one is the Mohr circle. Now, saan natin hahanapin yung normal stress natin at yung shearing stress? Okay, so before that, let us just locate first the center and the radius of this Mohr circle. Okay, the center of the Mohr circle is of course andito yan. So, calculating that, let me call that as point C. Coordinates of C, okay, for the abscissa, that will be the average, no? If you remember sa analytic geometry nyo, average, that will be this point of x, then plus this point, which is 0, then i-divide natin by 2, then the sigma will fall at negative 7.145 from the origin. Okay? And of course, the shearing stress or the tau is 0 lang. Wala namang tau dito. Okay? 0 siya automatic. Now, okay, so let us calculate the radius, that one. So as you can see from this figure, the radius is just automatically the 7.145, no? From here up to that point. So let me just simplify that one as the diameter muna, no? The diameter is twice the radius, that one. From here up to that point, 14.29. And of course, the radius is half of that diameter. 7.15 approximately. Nag-round off lang tayo sa second decimal place. Okay? Now, magagamit natin ito. Okay. Balik ko muna. So, to locate the stresses here, the normal and the shearing stress, now look at the figure. So, we are rotating clockwise from this plane, no? From the face, dito sa rear face. Okay, imagine that one. Mag-rotate tayo ng clockwise. Now, sa actual element, if we rotate angle theta sa Mohr circle, i-rotate natin siya twice of that angle theta. Okay? So, from this plane, ano yung stress natin dito sa ibaba? Diba that is along y-axis? No? So, ano yung stress sa y-axis? Dito tayo mag-start. Ito yung hint natin saan tayo mag-start ng rotation. So, mag-start tayo sa y-axis. Ito yung stress sa y-axis. Okay? As you can imagine, from here, dito sa ilalim, nag-rotate siya ng theta. So, the stress on that plane is y, sigma y. Okay, rotation is clockwise. So, from here, rotate tayo ng clockwise but twice as much as that theta. Since this is theta, sa Mohr circle maging 2 theta na siya. Okay. Now, this point will represent the coordinate normal and the shearing stress on that plane. Okay? Gets? Ito yung coordinates natin na normal and shearing stress on that plane. So, that one. Ito yung normal stress. Kukunin natin yan. Ito yung shearing stress. Okay? To solve that, we'll just do simple geometry lang na. Consider natin to. Yung right triangle na yan. Okay? I will just separate that one. So, the sigma here, yung sigma natin dito is just the, as you can see, that will be the radius minus this dimension of that triangle. Okay? And the tau here is just this dimension. We can use this right triangle here to calculate that thing. Okay? If this is 2 theta, then this is twice of 30 degrees and that is 60 degrees. Now, That is the radius, of course, no? From here up to that point, yan yung radius. And let's call this A. And ito yung tau natin, or shear stress on that plane. So, calculating the sigma, this one, that will be the radius minus, ano ito? Radius cosine of 60, yung A natin, no? So, 7.15 minus 7.15 cosine of 60. And we have the value of sigma. And as you can see, the same siya kanina. Okay? Now, the tau here is madali na lang. Yung tau is radius sine of 60, and we have this one. Okay? So, that's it. Now, number 3, what should be the value of theta to induce a maximum shear stress at the glued plane? Okay, ano yung value of theta daw to induce a maximum shear stress at the glued plane? So, from the Mohr circle, saan natin malulocate yung maximum shear or maximum tau? It would be dito. That one. Diba at the peak point of the Mohr circle, dito. So, this point will be 90 degrees with respect to horizontal. Okay? Yung tau natin will be the radius in this case. Okay? And this angle is 90 degrees. So, if in the Mohr circle that is 90 degrees, then the actual stress element, that should be twice of theta, no? So, the theta is 45 degrees. And that is always the answer in this question. What would be the maximum value of theta to induce a maximum shear stress? Ito talaga yung answer, 45 degrees lang. Kahit iulit-ulit pa ito. Okay? Okay, let's try another example. Madali lang siya. I know, pag unang tingin pa lang dito talaga, lalong ganito pa yung pagka-explain ko, pinakita ko lahat, medyo ma-overwhelm talaga tayo dito. Okay, but, sige lang, pakita natin another type of problem. This one. So, kanina, tayo pa yung gumawa ng ating stress element. Dito, binigay na siya. Okay, some problems, or most problems sa board exam, yung mismong Mohr circle na binibigay na siya. So, dito, tayo pa yung gumagawa ng Mohr circle. Which is good, no? Para alam talaga natin saan galing. Okay, so, binigay yung in-plane stress element. So, as you can see, kanina, yung element natin is 3D. In this case, simplified na siya into 2D. Okay, isang phase na lang yung i-analyze natin. Okay, so, in this stress element, calculate the maximum tensile stress on the element. Maximum shearing stress, the normal stress on this plane, and the shearing stress on that plane. Okay. So, i-plot natin yung Mohr circle. Again, dito yung normal positive and shear positive sa baba. Okay, so, isa-isahin natin. Along this, okay, ano yung uunahin natin? That one, 27. Unahin natin yung along this axis. Okay, the horizontal axis. Okay, so the normal stress here, ito, that is 27, located dito. That one. And the shearing stress here is, okay, that would be 18. Okay, 18 siya. Now, ito yung sign convention sa shear. Pag titingnan natin ito. Diba, this 18 will create counterclockwise. So, yung counterclockwise will be negative in the Mohr circle. And the negative is plotted upward sa itaas. Okay? That's why ganito siya. Negative, 18. That will be going up dito. Okay? So, I hope you don't misunderstand this one. Now, another stress to be plotted is along the vertical axis. Okay? So, this shear nga pala, yung shear natin dito, is equal lang sila lahat. 18 sila lahat. Kasi pag 18 ito, to maintain equilibrium along vertical, 18 din ito. Okay? To maintain equilibrium, kung walang kokontra dito, it will create couple moment. That's why may another 18 and 18 shear stress dito para i-account yung clockwise moment. Always yan. Okay? So, i-plot natin yung stress dito sa vertical axis. So, the normal stress is negative. Compressive siya. Okay? That, kinocompress niya yung element natin. So, i-plot natin siya doon sa left. Plotting that on the left side. So, that will be negative 45. Okay? Towards to the left direction. And of course, this one, itong stress natin dito is 18 pa rin, but positive counterclockwise yung rule natin dito. So, positive, that will be plotted down, kaya 18 ito. Okay? Now, if i-plot natin tong dalawa, or i-connect natin yung line dyan, yan yung magiging diameter ng ating Mohr circle. Okay? So, ito yung Mohr circle natin. Okay. This is our diameter. And to begin with the center, i-solve muna natin yung center. Kakailanganin natin yan. Ito yung center ng ating Mohr circle. Of course, these are the radius. And i-solve natin yung center. Let's say that is C. So, almost lahat naman siguro yung center will be having a normal stress lang, walang shearing stress. So, automatic tayo, and that will be the coordinate of the stress here, that will be 27, plus the coordinate of the stress here, that will be negative 45 divided by 2, and that is negative 9. And disregard na lang the shear, kasi hindi natin yan magagamit. Automatic naman talaga yung center ng Mohr circle natin will be at the horizontal axis. Okay, and ito yung ating coordinates of the center. Okay? Now, after that, we will solve the radius. Okay, so how can we solve the radius? That one. Okay, by the way pala, yung stress pala sa ating Mohr circle, kung saan walang shear stress. So, in this case, at this point, walang shear stress dito. Okay, and also at that point. Yan yung principal stresses natin. Purely axial stress lang yung na-induce niya. Okay, ito yung principal stresses. Okay. So, ipapahanap sa problem, what is the angle of theta na i-rotate natin yung element para walang shear stress na ma-induce. Then, from here, we will calculate this theta. Okay, yan yung gagawin natin. Then, take note that the theta here is twice as much as the actual element. Okay, so anyway, dito muna tayo. So, i-consider natin itong triangle na to calculate the radius. Okay, that is the radius. And of course, ito yung 18. And this is 36. No? From here, from the center, that is 9 plus 27. So, that is 36. So, the radius can be solved by Pythagorean theorem. And that is 40.25. Okay? So, dito, for number 1, calculate the maximum tensile stress on the element. That will be this point. Maximum. Okay? Walang ibang maximum dito. Pwede dito sa kabila, but that is compressive. Okay? Kasi negative sign doon. So, ito, tensile siya. Okay, tensile. So, how can we calculate this one? So, take note that this coordinate is measured from the origin. So, this point here is just from here up to that point, that is the radius minus 9. Okay? So, the maximum normal stress or the tensile stress is the radius minus 9, and we have this value. Part 1. Okay? Number 2, maximum shearing stress on the element. So, as you have seen kanina, the maximum shearing stress is always the radius. Okay, so we can plot it dito sa itaas or kahit dito sa ibaba. Na? The same magnitude lang sila. Okay, that one. Number 3, the normal stress exerted on the oblique face EF. So, ito na. Yung magro-rotate na tayo. Kukunin natin yung normal and shearing stress dito sa oblique face EF. Okay. So, let me just solve this one first. Let me call this one as angle alpha. So that angle alpha can be solved using this triangle here. Okay? That is just arctangent of 18 over 36, and that is 26.565. Now, let's move. So, paano natin i-locate yung stress dito? Again, we will refer to an plane, no? Let's say mag-refer tayo dito since andito naman yung angle. Yung angle is starting from this face, no? And from that face, mag-rotate tayo counterclockwise 75. So, in this face, ano yung stress natin? That is 27. Equal siya. This one and that one is 27. So, from 27, normal stress 27 MPa, rotate tayo ng counterclockwise. This one is counterclockwise 75. So, dito, rotate tayo ng twice of 75. Okay, look at this one. From that point, rotate tayo ng twice of 75. And that should be 150. Okay, so this point will represent the normal and the shearing stress on this plane EF, oblique face EF. Okay? So, masasolve natin yan by geometry. And pwede nyo rin itanong, what if dito tayo mag-refer? Start, no? In rotation. Okay, if dito tayo mag-start ng rotation, ano yung angle dito? That will be 90 minus 75, no? Or 15. So, from this, yung stress natin is 45 MPa. So, from 45, rotate tayo ng clockwise 30 degrees, 15 degrees. That means, from here, rotate tayo ng 30 degrees twice sa 15. Okay, clockwise. From here, then, aabot lang din tayo in the same point. The same lang. Okay? Now, we can solve the normal stress dito. Ito yung normal stress on oblique face EF. Okay? And ito yung shearing stress on that oblique face EF. Okay, so I think we need to calculate this angle here. Okay? Itong angle dito. So that angle can be calculated. Take note that we have the value of alpha and we have this value. Then the remaining angle in that point is 180 minus alpha minus 150. Okay? Considering this triangle. That one. Okay, so this is the radius. Ito yung tau EF. In this case, let me solve this one. Again, sinabi ko, 180 minus alpha minus 150, and that is 3.45 degrees. Okay? Now, we can solve the stresses na dito. Now, take note that this stress here is from the origin. Okay? Now, this point is from the center of the Mohr circle pa. Okay, so that normal stress EF will be this one, 9 from the origin up to the center of the Mohr circle, 9 plus this dimension. Ito. Okay, so this dimension is radius cosine of this theta. Kaya ganito yung itsura ng ating solution. And we have the value of normal stress on oblique face EF. Okay? Now, the shearing stress naman, considering this triangle, so that will be sine function, no? So, radius sine of that angle. And we have the value of tau EF. That is 4/4. Okay, so I hope you understand. So, another example pa, board exam problem. So, sa board exam na to, binigay na siya yung Mohr circle natin. Okay, we are to locate lang these stresses. Okay, so, an open cylindrical tank, 500 mm in diameter, and 3 mm thick is subjected to an internal pressure and axial tensile force, resulting to the final stresses given in the Mohr circle. Okay, so we have the 500 mm open cylindrical tank, no? That one. Ito yung 500 mm diameter and thickness of 3 mm. So as you can see, this is a thin-walled pressure vessel. Okay? So subjected daw siya to an internal pressure dito sa loob and axial force, axial tensile force. That means we have the pressure here at meron din tayong force dyan. Tensile meaning palayo. Okay? So these forces and the pressure will induce stresses that represents this Mohr circle. Okay, so that pressure here will be distributed normally sa ating body ng ating um, a cylindrical vessel. Okay, so let's consider again an element dito. Okay, so I will just consider an element. Now, we will plot the stresses. Okay, along this axis, ano yung stress natin dito? That will be force over the area. Okay, along the vertical axis, walang ibang force magpapa-induce ng stress dyan, kundi ito. Force over the area. So, tawagin natin siyang sigma 1, F over pi dt. Okay? And along the horizontal axis, ano yung magpapa-stress sa kanya? Again, this is an in-plane stress element kasi we're considering the body of this ating vessel, no? Yung may stress siya dito perpendicularly but negligible yan considering a very small element. Okay, so ano yung stress dito? That will be the circumferential stress induced by this pressure P. Okay? Let's call that P, sigma 2. That is PD over 2T. Please remember that. Okay, circumferential stress. May longitudinal stress tayo that is along to this vertical axis. But as you can see, open cylindrical vessel to. Kaya lalabas lang yung pressure dyan towards the vertical axis. Kaya hindi natin siya maa-add dito. But if may case na sirado to or closed vessel yan, then i-add natin siya dito. Okay? So analyze that one. Now, saan ba to? For number 1, what is the magnitude of the internal pressure P? Now, we will locate this one, sigma 1 and sigma 2. Now, as you can see, on this plane, walang shearing stress. That means that these two are the principal stresses. And it can be located dito. Ito yung sigma 1, ito yung sigma 2. Okay? Klaro? This is the sigma 1 and sigma 2. As you can see, walang shear stress dito. Walang mag-create ng shearing stress dyan. Okay. So, if this is sigma 2, then hinahanap is the internal pressure, this one, P. Then, if makukuha natin yung stress dito, then equate natin sa PD over 2T, then makuha natin yung internal pressure P. So, how can we calculate this one? Okay, so, consider natin tong right triangle na to para makuha natin yung radius ng Mohr circle na yan. Of course, this is the twice of the radius or the diameter. So, as you can see, this dimension here should be 90 minus 30. And that is 60. And ito naman, that should be twice ng ating 40. That is 40. So, 40 plus 40 up to that point. Kaya 80 yan. So, by Pythagorean theorem, we can solve our radius. And we have 50. No? 50 MPa. Now, to solve this one, sigma 2, illocate muna natin yung center. Okay, so in this case, that will be the average of these normal stresses, no? 30 plus 90 divided by 2, and that is 60. This one will represent the 60. Okay, so as you can see, this sigma 2 is just 60 minus the radius. Gets? Diba? From here up to that point, that is 60. I-minus natin yung radius na to, then makukuha natin yung sigma 2. Okay? 60 minus 50, and that is 10 MPa. Now, take note that sigma 2 is PD over 2T. So, equate natin yan. Then we can solve our pressure, internal pressure. It is 0.12 MPa. Okay? Medyo nakakalito na. So, I hope you study this well. Number 2, what is the magnitude of the axial force? Okay, so yung F yung hahanapin natin. By the way pala, no? As you can see, yung area natin, force over area natin dito, ang ginamit ko ng area is pi dt. That one. Itong cross-sectional area na to, pi dt. Because when the vessel is thin-walled pressure vessel, we can approximate the area into this one, pi dt. well, mas exact siya pag gawin natin yung this circle na the outer circle minus the inner circle, mas exact siya dyan. But for basta thin wall pressure vessel, napakaliit ng discrepancy niyan. Kaya we can just do this approximation. And this formula is derived by this approximation. Okay? Kaya pi dt yung ginamit natin. Okay? So, isolve natin to para equate natin dito sa force over area. So, that sigma 1, and that will be 60 plus the radius. Okay? Sigma 1 is 60 plus the radius. So, radius is 50 man. So, we have 110 MPa. Then, equate natin siya dito. Force over area, pi dt, equals to 110. Then, we have the value of the force. Naka-newtons na siya. Naka-kilonewtons. Ang lalabas dito is newtons pa. And this should be part 3. Okay? So, this is for our Mohr circle.